Hello, everyone. We are here today. Actually, it is tea time. It's tea
Yes.
time. We are here today to talk a little bit with someone that you all know, but I'm gonna let her introduce herself. And you know how I like to do it, Lucretia. I like to ask you who you are, right? Which is not what you do, and then you tell us what you do. Okay? But let me introduce myself. I'll say who I am. I am a love force with mysterious wisdom, celebrating life. And what I do is I coach, I counsel, I speak, I facilitate, and I promote fabulous people like Dr. Dangerfield. And so, Dr. Dangerfield, who are you?
Well, first, before I tell you who I am, what type of tea are you having today? We have to discuss what type of tea.
I am having, I steeped some ginger, some fresh
Okay.
ginger in my
Hmm.
kettle. And then I took that and poured it over a detox tea that I got from the Crocus. Now, I don't know, it has lots of different things in it. It has a
Okay.
little ginger, it has some bladderwrack in there. Um, and I don't know what else it got in there, but it really
Hmm.
does keep things flowing and going. And I
Okay.
really like it. I like the taste and then
Hmm.
ginger as well, because ginger really got a little kick, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, it does.
Yes, I like a little kick in my drinks.
Right.
And so
Do you
that
add anything to your tea?
oh yes, I do add something now. So there's certain types of teas that I like to add certain things, but for
Okay.
this tea, I add a little light brown sugar to it.
Okay. Oh, I never tried that. I'm about to try that. Yeah. I've never tried brown sugar in my tea. That's a good. I'm about to try that.
I like it. I like it. It's
That
like not
sounds
too much. It's not
right.
too bad for you either. It's the light brown sugar, not the
Yes.
regular. The
Uh-huh.
light brown sugar. Yeah, it's actually brown sugar is cheaper than regular sugar. Anyway, so I kind of stay with the brown sugar for most things.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, today I'm sipping on sweet rhubarb. Um,
Mm.
actually, last year a friend of mine bought me a tea set, and it had all these different types of teas in it, and so that's what I am sipping on today. It's non-caffeinated. It has like a sweet, like jam kind of taste to it. It's a really good,
Jam?
yeah, like
Ooh.
rhubarb jam. But yeah, it has that in there. So yeah, and then I'm drinking out of my girl boss mug that my nail tech made for me.
Oh,
So
made.
yeah,
Oh.
he made it. He made the mug, a a coaster. Let's see the coaster, and um
Wow.
and I'll show you, and a journal. Hold on, and it all says girl boss.
Wow, such a lovely gift.
Yes, we've been together for so long, so he knows how to support me. I support him, he supports me. So getting back to who am I? I am Lucretia, which means I am bringer of life. I am wealth. I am an igniter of impact, and I am most definitely a daughter of the king. So that's who I am, and what I do is I create space for women leaders of color so that they can show up with authenticity, operate in their purpose, and to have impact in their profession, the world, and their community. And I also do practice management for clinicians, mental health clinicians, to help them to have sustainability, self care, and self awareness and strategies in their practice. So that's what
Oh,
I do.
wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing what you do and who you are. All right. So now let's just get right into it, and I'm so excited to announce what is happening for you. Okay. So tell us about your new project.
Well, my new project is the Leadership Tea Talk with Dr. Dangerfield. It's my YouTube channel, plus also my Facebook group is the Leadership Tea Room, where other leaders get to come in and have a safe place to be transparent, empowered, and held accountable. So, what this is I've noticed that women of color who are in leadership positions or who are leaders, I think we all are leaders because we usually have somebody following us. So we don't have a safe space at times to be very authentic because the world of leadership was not created for us or with us in mind. So I don't know who has been the only person of color in a space, especially seen as a leader, and how they had to deal with the loneliness or the anxiety or the imposter syndrome. So I am creating a space where we're going to talk tea, like this tea that you drink over a cup of tea, but then we're also going to be transparent, empowered, and accountable to who we are as leaders and women of color.
Wonderful. So you say that you were the only one in spaces. Tell me how that was for you.
Well, when I first started, well, I can't say when I first started out in leadership because when I first started out in leadership, I was young. I was a teen, and I was in the black church. That's how that's how I started out as a leader. But as I started growing in corporate America, my first job was in as an operation manager trainee for a department store. I was the only person of color in in the store in leadership. Everybody else was, a white male or a white female. And so being able to find my space because I was new to the role, new to retail management, and sitting in spaces sometimes feeling lonely. Who am I going to talk to about this? About things that would go on, especially with my first supervisor. She was a white female, and she was um, very standoffish. So being able to having to sit in that room and sit in that space, so I had to figure out who my allies were in that space, or find other people at other stores that I found a friend actually, and she worked at another store in Chattanooga. When we got together, so we became each other's sounding board. But then, like I said, being in corporate America, there's been spaces where I was usually the only woman of color sitting at the table amongst white males.
Yes. And it can be very off-putting, right? It
Yes,
um you want to be your authentic self, but you don't know how much of it that they can handle,
yes,
and if it's going to cause you to not have the role that you have, or what
or
kind of.
some form of backlash.
Hmm. And they have their own side conversations about you,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
Um, and so I think what I have discovered is I find that there's some allure to us, to Black women,
Hmm.
yet they want to put in a box
Yes.
so they can only handle so much of it.
Hmm. They
Uh,
love our magic. They love our magic when it benefits them.
yes, if you bring all the ideas, they'll absorb all of that.
Hmm.
But if you say they're doing anything wrong, it's a problem.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. So, y'all, that's the kind of conversations that we drop in the leadership tea on this, okay? Because sometimes you need a place where you can go and you can talk about and you can be the best version of yourself
Yes.
amongst allies
Yes.
instead of
Hmm.
individuals who you don't know how much you can be who you need to be. So,
Yes. Allowing
so
yourself to show up.
yes, and going back to that, that's what Leadership Tea Talk, which is on YouTube, right?
Hmm.
Um, is all about for you to be able to show up. So tell me, tell us about the challenge that you have for us?
Yes, I have a challenge that will start on Friday, August the 26th, and run through Friday, September the 2nd. And what this challenge is that I'm asking you to go to my YouTube channel, which is Leadership Tea Talk with Dr. Dangerfield, hit subscribe and subscribe to the channel, and then also watch the videos, leave your tea, put down what your leadership tea is. So you want to steep your knowledge, share with us, share with in the comments and in the community what your leadership tea is about. Because we're looking for individuals to share their information, and then I'm going to select from the comments a winner, and they're going to win a $25 gift card.
Wow. Yes. So you are giving us an opportunity to have a little competition here and
Yes.
also share our own knowledge regarding leadership.
Hmm.
So we all have, and we all are asset based and have a plethora of knowledge
Yes.
about how to move and techniques and tools that you've used to lead. And so you're asking them to drop those comments.
Hmm.
So view, subscribe to your YouTube, and then view a couple videos, right? And comment your own advice, expertise, information, your leadership tea. You would drop that under the video on YouTube. So there's the challenge. And it is from when until when again?
It is from Friday, August the 26th
So this
through
Friday coming
Friday,
up.
this Friday coming up to next Friday, which is September the 2nd. Can you believe we're looking at September so quickly?
Listen, that's my birthday month, so I
Oh
can't wait
yeah, I
for it.
forgot. Well, I have to wait until October to celebrate mine.
I can't wait. So
Hmm.
yes, I've been looking for that. All right. So I want to know what inspired you to do this challenge, to start this YouTube. I know we did talk about how you didn't have the spaces to be your authentic self, but specifically what inspired you to just say, you know what, I'm gonna get out here, I'm gonna start doing this YouTube channel, and that I want to provide this to other leaders, Black women leaders.
Well, one is because I had a hard time finding the space for myself. I would look for information on leaders of color, women of color who were in leadership, who had podcasts, who had written books, and it's few out there. And I was like, okay, who is doing this, and who is having these conversations? And so for me, the idea was planted. And as a believer, I'm like, God was like, okay, leadership. I wasn't even thinking about leadership tea talk. I was thinking about some other things, and it just came to me. It's like, you like tea, you like leadership, bring them together, and then gave me the what the T stood for. Like I said, transparency, empowering, accountability. And I was like, oh, that is it. And like I said, I want to create that space for other women of color to have a space where they can share their, like when I say space, platform, movement, where they can have a space to share their leadership knowledge, because it's just not my knowledge, it's their knowledge. It's we all are in this together, and to build a platform so other people can know what we as women of color are out here doing.
Yeah, and I'm sensing a couple of things. First of all, you said movement. Come on,
Hmm.
you said a movement. and
Yes.
and I am get I'm grasping also from what you're saying is that you're very collaborative. So
Yes.
you're wanting individuals to collaborate with you. So
Yes.
how can they collaborate with you, Dr. Dangerfield?
Well, I'm looking for guests, and I
Oh,
have,
really?
yes, I'm looking for guests to come on and talk about their leadership journey and what it means to be a woman leader of color, and just have these conversations. And we're recorded to go out on the YouTube channel, also giving them a space to share what they have to offer. Because if you have a podcast, if you have a book, if you have something that's centered around leadership and the work that you do, want to be able to share that with the world, because I believe that if when you connect with one another, you create this ripple effect. So it's like throwing a rock in the water, and it's like it fans out, it ripples out. So if I share my information and my platform with other individuals and they share theirs, and then it's just a ripple, more people will know. So there's a link that will be in the comments where you can sign up to be a guest. We'll start out with a short consultation where we'll talk to see if we're a good fit, and then we'll schedule your time to be on Leadership Tea Talks with Dr. Dangerfield.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for saying that. So, I want you all to be looking for the link to the YouTube channel. I want you also to be looking for the Be a Guest form that you will complete.
Mhm.
And then Dr. Dangerfield will have a 15-minute chat with you to align to make sure that we have everything that you have an understanding of what we're doing. And then also wanted to mention that Dr. Dangerfield has a group. Can you tell us about your group and also like where the challenge is going to be?
Yes, the challenge will take place inside my Facebook group, which is the Leadership Tea Room. So you can go to Facebook and type in Leadership Tea Room, and it should come up, and you can ask to join and be a member. But also, it's going to be in the Transformational Leader Network Facebook group, so you can go and join either one of those groups if you're not a member, and get more talks like these. You'll also be able to see the talks from other individuals when they come upon on the show. So that is where the challenge will take place. And remember, it starts Friday, August the 26th. And so you're being able to get in there and then go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, and then leave your leadership tea.
Okay, and yes, I like the idea that you have it going on in both groups so people can pick and choose what's best for them, but also
Mhm.
they can, it's easy access to the people who are already there and the people who are coming for your videos. So they can easily get to your videos from the groups, which is great. So it makes it really easy for you to participate in this challenge and get a prize. And so, really excited about this project for you, Dr. Dangerfield. Is there anything else that you wanted to share before we end?
Just want to make sure everybody just kind of please show up and be who you are, because you are a leader. As long as you have a follower, you are leading. And I believe that everyone is a leader. And either the question is, are leaders developed? Are leaders born? I think we all can develop to be a better leader.
Wonderful. Excellent. I just love interacting with you, Dr. Dangerfield, because we both are all about leaders. We're all about making sure that individuals feel comfortable and being their
Hmm.
authentic selves
Yes.
and serving from healthiness. And
Yes.
so that's one reason why she and I partner so well. And that I am definitely here to make sure that her challenge is a success. So you all will see me around, bopping around, keeping on, saying
Yes.
different things about her challenge to make sure that we get her some followership on her YouTube channel, and for her to have comments there. And it can be, like she said, a movement. So join the movement, the leadership movement. And hey, put in their hashtag leadership team movement. Yay! So, thank you so much again. This has been wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Dangerfield, for being absolutely amazing. And so she's just a great friend and great business partner. So, if
Thank
there's
you.
nothing else, you all have a great rest of your day.